What's going on, internet? I am the Maskman, and I just got done watching Matthew Santoro's My Abuse Story, and then I watched the rebuttal to Matthew Santoro's abuse story by Nicole Arbor. My Abuse, the Response. Now, I pretty much watched both of these on Tyrone Mangus's channel. He is a YouTube reactor, and I watch his reactions. And I'm going to leave a link to both of their videos and both reactions to the video. And I think it was interesting, being that I'm a black guy, watching other black people, react to this video, because when I was watching the video, when I was watching the Matthew Santoro video, I was kind of laughing at the man, and it wasn't because I felt like what he went through wasn't, worthy of tearing up about or worrying about, crying about, but it was just like, the life that a black person goes through. Let me just say this. I just skipped to my thought. When I saw him crying over getting slapped by his girl and having to deal with psychological abuse by his girl, I was like, I wish I had a life so good where a woman could hurt me that bad. I wish I had a life. Like, what kind of life does this man have that what he described being a man, and being a man matters, but what kind of life did he have that was so good, that was so blessed, that was so privileged, that woman could cause so much harm and so much damage in such a short period of time? How good did he have it before that woman could hurt him to that degree? It's like the men that should have that sort of reaction are men that are on child support, that men that are married, or men that are divorced. It's like there are men in this world who have earned the reaction that Matthew Santoro had in his video. There are men who have earned that. They should be on camera crying, cussing out the woman that they was in a relationship with. They should. And I'm listening to this story, and I'm like, my God, this man must have had it sweet, man. He must have had an amazing family life. He must have had a great childhood. He must have had some of the best friends. I bet he got a car, a brand new car, when he was 16 or 15. Man, they must have paid for his college. He didn't even have to get financial aid or a scholarship. He probably got a scholarship and they paid for him to go to college. Both. So he just had money in school. This nigga must have had the greatest life imaginable for this story to hold any weight, to make any sense. Now, in one of Tyrone Magnus's reaction, the lady that is sitting with him suggests that Matthew's video is bullshit, and possibly both videos are bullshit. Now, honestly, I think that's a way you can look at it. But I'm just, when you look at the world, and when you look at everything that's being presented to you, you can choose to believe that everything is fake, or you can take it at face value. It is not inconceivable that two people who both do YouTube videos got in a relationship, broke up, and they made diss videos to each other. That is not so far-fetched that it couldn't possibly happen. You know, I don't really get into conspiracy theories anymore. You know, I've moved past them and I just want to understand things. But if I'm going to conspiracy theorize, it's not going to be about two YouTubers. I don't have the mental energy to even think that it might be fake. I don't care enough about it to believe that they concocted uh, uh, um, a scheme to do videos to each other. Like, for what? Like, Matthew Santoro doesn't make salacious videos. Nicole Arbor does, but she can't get any more than 3 or 4 videos out of this. Even if you had 1 million or 2 million or 10 million views, the money you get paid off of views is not some you don't get $1 million for 1 million views. So the amount of money that you would make off of having a bunch of videos back to back against each other is not going to be that high, and it's going to make both of you look bad. And this is a situation where nobody really wins. Nobody wins. Like, Matthew doesn't win for coming out saying a girl abused him, and the girl don't win for saying that it never happened. He's lying. He's just pulling this story out of his ass. So nobody really wins here. So I don't believe that these two people who figured out how to make themselves successful in YouTube doing one gimmick or another, Matthew doing the gimmick of educational videos. Now, I remember checking out some of his videos. I think they're informational. You know, I wouldn't call what he does education. Now, I could be wrong. I don't really follow Matt. I just sort of browsed his shit. I think it's like, you know, those fun, like Snapple Top fact shit. It's something like that. It's a gimmick. I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's cool if you just want to know a bunch of things, which is cool. I want to know a bunch of things. I just don't have time. And I got other ways of doing that. I got important shit to do, and Matthew, you ain't helping me do that shit. So your shit ain't education to me. And Nicole Arbor, she calls us in her video. She says she's a comedian, an actress, a blah blah blah, a blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Look, you cannot call yourself something unless you are making money at it, or it is absolutely true. I'm a blogger. To qualify to be a blogger, all you have to do is record a video or type up some shit and post it online. If you say you're an actress, that means that people pay you to be in a movie. You can't be an actress in your own mind. Now, as of the recording, like, I'm confident. I could be wrong, but as of the recording of this video, I don't have internet access. When I upload this video, I will have internet access, and I'm gonna check and see what Nicole Arbor's IMDb has on it. I'm gonna see, because if she's an actress, I must be able to go to the IMDb page of Nicole Arbor and see all of the roles that she has been paid to be in. And she says she's a comedian. I'm a purist when it comes to comedy. If you say you're a comedian, I expect your ass to be on a stage somewhere slanging jokes. If you're not slanging jokes and you not getting paid to sling jokes, you're not a comedian. You're just a bitch that's trying to be funny. And she said she was a couple other things. Recording artist. I'm not going to break them all down. But stop making yourself a legend in your own mind. Nicole. Now the whole thing with Matthew and Nicole Arbor, I don't know whether or not this situation actually happened. Matthew does like I said, I'm a black dude, and the shit that black people deal with, the shit that the common black person, a black person who grew up poor, the things that we deal with, it's like a bitch slapping you in the face, nigga. I'm trying to feel you, nigga. I really am. I'm trying to feel you, but god damn, nigga, it's hard to give a fuck. Just lead a bitch. Just goddamn, lead this bitch. Like, why is this so hard for you, nigga? Damn. But let's say this. Let's say it happened and you wanted to talk about it. I think it's your right to talk about it. I mean, not everybody knows that you dated her, and you didn't make it about her. You didn't make it a thing where she was the focus of it. This is for people who knew or who were aware or who care. Generally, people who come onto YouTube are not like me, are not like a lot of YouTubers. They don't really investigate like backstories and shit. They come, they check out a video every once in a while, and they go and do other stuff. They stay on Facebook or they stay on Twitter. Most people don't like fuck with YouTube to that extent of knowing where all of these videos are coming from, or knowing about all of the people, or following YouTube channels. So he made the video about his story. He made his abuse story. And I think you have a right to tell your story. I've been saying this in other videos. Whenever somebody wants to say something that's legitimate, now I said a lot of shit about him, but I will say this. Whenever somebody wants to say something that's legitimate, he's always told to shut up. Whenever a man wants to say something that's legitimate, when he has a point, he's told to shut up. He's called immature. He's called whatever. She's saying that he's lying. But in several times in the video she made, she talked about small incident, insignificant thing. What small incident? What insignificant thing? What happened? You said he made it up. There is no small incident. There is no insignificant thing. He made it up. Can you not even keep track with the lie you're trying to tell? There ain't no incident. That's what you're saying. So this whole video is based on nothing. It's based on nothing. You didn't want him and you dating being online. That bothered you until you got fed up and then you left. That was it. So what is this incident that he spun out of control and made into this huge deal that made him make a video just to hurt you? So I don't know. I don't know about this situation. Honestly, one thing I will say about Matt is Matthew is a guy that has, he's got genuine talent. He's found a niche, and his niche is not that shit. His niche is not being salacious. His niche is not, dissing people. His niche is not being controversial. That's not his thing. So for him to put a video out like this, about a person, about somebody, it is out of his character. It is out of his nature. It is unusual. So it possibly could be true. And I do believe it, and I respect his right to put it out. Nicole, if you didn't want to give this any credence, if you didn't want to give this any life, if you didn't want people to believe in it, you shouldn't have responded. What do you call that? An attention whore that will make a bunch of half-cocked, controversial videos, and then in the very end of each video will kind of give yourself a way out of the bullshit that you spun for 6 to 7 minutes. This whole facade of I'm gonna say mean things, or I'm gonna say what I really mean, and I'm just gonna get out of it because I'm a comedian, or I'm gonna try to uplift people and coach people and be motivational, but I'm gonna do it with attitude. Nobody was listening to me motivate you earlier back when I was just doing it straight. So now I gotta be a little bit more mean, and I gotta be a little more sinister, and I gotta dress up my motivational speaking. And instead of telling fat people, hey, you need to diet and then exercise, I gotta say, no, I didn't want to sit next to you on an airplane, and I love you, and I want you to be around long. So whatever you're trying to be, motivational speaker, comedian, whatever, you're an opportunist, and people can see that you're an opportunist. People can see that this is what you do. You found the formula to make money on YouTube. And that's fine. I like being entertained. I don't give a fuck what you did to get your way to the top. But what would have made the opportunist more believable if the opportunist had ignored the entire situation? If the opportunists don't want to speak on it, if the opportunists don't want to get attention, then maybe the guy is on some bullshit. But that's just what I have to say about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Rate the video, like it, dislike it, be honest. Subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up with the videos that I'm making. If there's anything you want me to talk about, any subject in the media, any subject in the news, you can send me an email at themrmaskman@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter and find me on Facebook at themrmaskman. That is all I have to say about this subject. So I will see you in the next video.